Hello, Buddhas. Today we are going to talk about everything. Now, Buddhas, before we get started, go down to that description, hit those like buttons, that bell notification, because we are getting this message out to 1 billion Buddhas, and I would just like to say thank you to all of you who are helping with that effort. It is a delight to be a part of this team. Now, what are we talking about? Everything? Oh my goodness. Everything is all of the things that you are currently thinking about. And I'm going to explain that now. So, you get what you think about. Which means that if you are constantly thinking about how much you dislike something and that you want to change it, and constantly reminding yourself that I really dislike this thing, let's say, as an example here, and I hope that I'm not offending anyone, this beautiful R2, he's one of my best buds, he watches me while I edit videos and makes sure that I'm working strong. If I decided that I hated R2-D2, and that I was obsessed with how much I disliked R2-D2, which, let's be honest, no one could possibly dislike R2-D2, he's awesome, especially Lego R2-D2. I would constantly be reaffirming to myself how much I dislike him, and then I would constantly be seeing R2-D2s, I can put him down there because he's a little fragile, everywhere in my world. The world would constantly be reflecting R2. There would be people dressed up like it, I would see it on t-shirts, I would have it in freaking billboards, on commercials, I'll be watching Star Wars without even realizing what I'm doing. I would be obsessed with R2 because I'm constantly focusing on how much I dislike R2. So the world is saying, oh, you like R2-D2? Cool, here's more of it. But I'm like, no, I don't like R2-D2. I want to stop thinking about R2-D2. I want to stop thinking about the cutest robot on the planet. Well, BB-8's pretty cute, but let's be honest here, R2's the first and he's the best. So if I'm constantly thinking about R2-D2, and I realize this is a crazy little example, but that's part of the point, then I'm going to get more R2-D2 in my life, whether or not I want it or diswant it. I'm not sure if that's a word, but I'm going to decide that it is. So, what's the solution? How do we stop having R2-D2 experiences in our life if all we can do is think about the R2-D2 that we don't want to have? Well, there is really only one solution, and that is to distract yourself with something else. You can't stop thinking about a thing by focusing on wanting to stop thinking about it, because then you're just thinking about it. There's some profundity in that statement, and I apologize that it's a little bit confusing even to myself here trying to analyze it, but let me try again. If you're constantly thinking about how much you want to stop thinking about something, you're gonna continue thinking about it because you're constantly registering it in your mind. And if that means that the only way I can stop thinking about R2-D2 is to go play video games that have nothing to do with robots, then I should do that. Or if it means that the only way that I can stop thinking about R2-D2 is to talk to someone about the stock market, then I should do that. Removing your focus from a thing is the only way to stop bringing more of it into your world. This applies to absolutely everything. This applies to relationships, this applies to money, this applies to subscribers. Hit that like button, subscribe down below. If you believe that you don't have it, and you're constantly referring how, oh, I have only 200 subscribers, and I will only ever have 200 subscribers, and that sucks because I want 1,000 subscribers, well, then you're constantly going to be in that state of mind, and I've been there. I am there. It's kind of part of the journey that we're all on here together. But if you reaffirm to yourself other things that you enjoy, such as playing with cats, playing with dogs, hanging out with friends, doing something that's totally different from the initial subject, then the initial subject is going to fade out of your existence, and there are going to be less R2-D2s in your world, which would be a sad day, but for those of you who dislike R2-D2, that's the way to stop thinking about him. Definitely not watching this video, because I think I said R2-D2 probably 200,000 times in this entire video. Rewatch it, count, let me know. Put a comment down below. If anyone can let me know exactly how much, I might have merch for you. We'll see. Now, Buddhas, at the end of the day, you get to decide the reality that you live in. So if you want to decide that you live in a negative reality where bad things are constantly happening to you and you're having a bad time, well, I'm sorry, but enjoy, please. On the flip side, if you can get to a point where even one small little thing that you can decide, you know what, I'm going to feel good about that. I'm going to feel good just about me today for the next 20 minutes. about how much I love me and how much I love myself, well then, if you do that every day for 20 minutes, and you decide that you are amazing, then it's going to start to become more and more natural, and you're going to start to have more and more to be in your life, and you're going to start to be more and more awesome. And I'm not entirely sure what the point of this video is, but it kind of came, and we're going to leave it at that. Buddhas, remember, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to love yourself. Face, focus. Thank you. Can we get a lock on my face? Can we, boop. Yeah? All right.